Hi guys, welcome back to Mr. Movie Miles. I'm your host Princess Concon, and today we're going to be reviewing the Super Mario Brothers movie. Let's get into it. We're going to start off by going through the movie, like kind of scene by scene a little bit, or like key moments. So we'll start off with the opening with Bowser taking over the Penguin Kingdom, I guess it's called. I don't know. The Ice Kingdom, whatever. It's cool, it's a nice little intro, it's quite funny with the little penguins like trying to fight but they just throw snowballs. Like, it's cute, kids will love it. Other than that, not a lot really exciting happens in that moment, for me anyway. It's a cool opening, I guess. You know, it introduces Bowser, and I think everyone was wondering what, what's his name, Jack Black was gonna be like as Bowser, and at the moment, he's fine. Like, I like it. Nothing wrong with it. Then we get the title, and then we're introduced to Mario and Luigi, and we find out they have a failed kind of plumbing business, and we get this cool little cute advert with both of them, and it's like a few nods to the games, like Mario and Luigi wearing their little like yellow capes, which I believe was like a poster in one of the games. But in this, they're on like stools to kind of like give the illusion that they're flying, which is cute. But yeah, their business is like failing. They don't really have a lot of work going on. And then when they do get work, they kind of mess it up in this like beautiful toilet bathroom, and this dog kind of has like a vendetta against Luigi, and Luigi's just scared of everything. That's like, we learn that straight away. But that scene's quite funny. Kids will love it. I loved it, to be fair. But it all goes horribly wrong, and you know, they're defeated. They kind of go home, and their whole family, which is really weird to see Mario and Luigi having like a family outside of like Mario and Luigi, and I think Wario and the other one. But it's cool to see them like having a family, and they live in Brooklyn instead of like Italy, which is like, okay, I get it, it makes sense. Like, then an opportunity arises, and Brooklyn is like being flooded because the pipes have burst and all this. So Mario and Luigi go and sort it out, and then we see the giant green pipe, and Mario and Luigi get sucked in, and they go to this wonderful world that is known as the Mushroom Kingdom. And the kingdom looks like it's really, really good. But Luigi gets separated from Mario, and he goes to this like creepy place, which is like very in line with the game's Luigi's Mansion. While Mario goes to the Mushroom Kingdom, and it's very beautiful. It looks fantastic. It looks like from the games, but it's also very its own thing. And even in the games, the world of the Mushroom Kingdom changes depending on which game you're playing, so it looks different every time, except the castle kind of looks the same. So it kind of works with this movie that it kind of looks different than the games, even though like the aesthetic is there. So whilst at the Mushroom Kingdom, Mario is introduced to Toad, who is like a beloved character. He even has his own little game. I don't know if people like have played that, but I played a little bit of it. It was quite easy, to be fair, but it's a kid's game, you know, it is what it is. But Toad is cute. His voice is that guy from Keen and Peele, whatever. I don't know which one's, oh no, he's Peele. No, he's Keen. Oh well, who cares? But yeah, Toad is lovable, he's cute, and obviously I'm sure they probably sold loads of toys just of like him because of how cute he is. But he takes Mario to Peach, and then we're introduced to Peach, and Peach is like this like badass princess who is really looking after her kingdom. And she knows that Bowser wants to marry her or be with her or whatever, and she wants to like stop him because he's kind of a terror basically, and he's the villain, so of course she has to stop him. So once Mario meets her, they kind of form a relationship quite quick in terms of they trust each other from the get-go. It's not kind of this thing that they have to earn each other's respect, which it's fine, but like it makes me think back to like Shrek and Fiona from Shrek, and that they fully disliked each other from the get-go, but then they kind of built this relationship, whereas Mario and Peach just like, he's like, I need your help to save my brother, and she's like, okay, cool, I'll help you, and that's basically it. Right after that though, Pinch suggests that Mario needs to train, and it's a really cool nod to all of the video games where Mario's jumping on these the cubes, I guess, and like getting power-ups and eating the mushrooms, and it kind of sets the law of the world. Like, if you eat this thing or touch this thing, it's going to give you an ability, but if you get hit, it knocks it off, just like in the game. And I think that was done really, really well. But Mario's not really good at it at the start, and obviously his character needs to grow and learn. But yeah, fantastic scene. I love the nods to the game, so props to that. Next, Peach suggests she needs to go and get more reinforcements from the Donkey Kong Kingdom, I guess. I can't remember what they're called, but they go there anyway. So at the kingdom, we meet Donkey Kong and his dad. I can't remember his dad's name. I only watched it last night, and I'm terrible with names. But they say to Peach and Mario that, you know, if you want our help, you've got to defeat Donkey Kong. And then we're introduced to Donkey Kong, and he's just crazy. Like, he just wants to fight. But we also see Diddy Kong as well, which is a really, like, they didn't have to do that, and it was quite a funny scene. Hopefully we can see more of him in the following movies, but yeah, it was cute. He's kind of just cheering on in the crowd, and love that little Easter egg of him. And is it an Easter egg? Because it's kind of just in your face, really, but it's cute, it's nice, and he's a beloved character, so I like it. So we get this fight between Mario and Donkey Kong, and it's pretty not going well for Mario at the start. He's getting his ass handed to him, really. But it's, again, like nods to the game, like the original game, where Mario is dodging barrels that Donkey Kong is just throwing left, right, and centre. And it's it's just cool. Like, they really thought about the games. And even though this is a kids' movie, you can tell they thought about the fans the entire time and people who, you know, play the games. Like, I played like all the Mario games, the main ones, like Mario Galaxy, 64, Sunshine, but they really put a lot of the nods in from old school Mario, which I never played that, you know, the barrel one when Donkey Kong. I never played it, but I know it, like, it's iconic. So I'm glad they put that in there. So Mario then gets a new power, and it's the cat suit, which that's like a new thing in the Mario games. So to see it like brought in, it's cute, it's funny, and I'm sure it'll sell loads of toys. And he beats Donkey Kong. They'll agree to go with Peach to fight Bowser. And the way they do that is like the coolest part of the entire movie, and it's probably the coolest part of Mario Kart as well, which is Rainbow Road. You know, they again nods to the game where they have to like build their car and decide what tyres they want and the glider and stuff like that. But once they get onto the actual road, that's when like the best part of the movie happens for me. We get this like action, Mad Max kind of Fury Road segment really on this Rainbow Road with no barriers, and they use that like. Peach is kind of doing a lot of the cool stuff, really. She's kind of doing loops on the road and then dropping off using whatever. It's really cool. I love it. And again, just more and more nods to that game. And they didn't have to do that. There was really no need for it, but they put it in and it made sense. Like, you know, the way we get to Bowser, we have to go on the Rainbow Road. Makes sense. It's brilliant. And yeah, here though, we get Mario gets attacked and knocked off the bridge with sirens. I hope they're okay. Anyway, Mario and Donkey Kong get knocked off the bridge and they fall into the water, and you know, all hope is lost kind of moment, but that's quickly just turned over because they get out within seconds, really. If you put the two scenes together, it's probably like a minute, and they get out and they're all cool, and then they return to the kingdom. On the other side of that, you have Princess Peach. She goes back to the kingdom. It's like all hope is lost kind of thing, and she agrees to marry Bowser when he arrives. In the meantime, though, we have this whole other storyline with Luigi, and he's just like chilling in captivity for the most of the film. It's kind of a waste. It's called Super Mario Bros, but he's barely in it. What we do see of him is great. It's very Luigi, but I guess the best part of that would be the little star that is from Super Mario Galaxy, and all it wants to do is die, which is pretty grim for a kid's film, but this star just wants to die. And I don't know if he's doing it to be funny or if he's crazy or both, but probably the best character because it's just so... It's dry humour, but it's also very he just wants to die. It's creepy, but I like it. It's fun. So we've got Princess Peach ready to marry Bowser, but then there's a quick twist. I don't know if you can call it a twist. It was kind of obvious, but she kind of escapes using the ice flower, and freezes Bowser. Mario comes, and they basically all just save the day. But again, there's nods throughout from the games, and Mario puts a bullet bill, which it was a really cool scene. This bullet bill is like huge. Mario flies it into Brooklyn, basically, and the whole kingdoms kind of collide in terms of the Mushroom Kingdom and the Brooklyn Kingdom. We'll call it the Brooklyn Kingdom, it's cute. And then we get our climax, and it is really cool. We see Mario and Luigi get the star, and they're running in slow motion. The music's playing, which is great. Like, Mario music is like some of the most iconic, other than Zelda. I know all the Zelda songs like in my head. They just play on loop. But the Mario ones are also very iconic. And yeah, it's just a lot of fun to see this beloved character and these characters kind of come together in a movie. There is one little thing that I'm a bit like, okay. And it works for the movie, but it's basically it's like very Americanized, and I know it is American, but it's like having Chris Pratt in it, it's very just like, oh, him again kind of thing. And I like Chris Pratt in most things that he does, but it's like, okay, did we need it? We could have just had the original voice actor of Mario, so that's kind of a big, no, it's not a big complaint, but it's like, come on, like, you had the guy playing Mario. Yeah, he plays him in the games, but let him do it. I know he's not a big thing, but people would have still liked him to be Mario. I would have. It is a great voice. It's iconic. Now let's talk characters. We'll start off with Mario. Yeah, he's great. He's kind of a bit of a buffoon a lot of the time at the start. He's always, and you know, his journey is that he grows and becomes more capable towards the end, and he finds his footing in the Mushroom Kingdom. Like, that's where he is meant to be. And yeah, I love it for that, and he looks like Mario. You know, Chris Pratt does a really good job. Like, I'll give it to him, even though, you know, he's in a lot of movies that are just kind of like whatever. He does bring his Chris Pratt energy, I guess, and he's a good Mario. It works. Then we have Luigi. Luigi is kind of not really doing a lot in the film, but he stands out enough because he's Luigi, and we recognise him from the games. So yeah, that works. On the downside, he's just barely in it, and I would love a Luigi's Mansion movie, but would Chris Pratt do that where he's just in the film for a little bit? Who knows? Maybe they can kind of blend the two, like a Mario movie and a Luigi's Mansion, and just kind of do something with that and make it its own thing. I'd be fine with that too. Then Princess Peach. I really like the character. This is kind of going to sound really strange, where we have, normally it's the princess is the damsel in distress, and I know that's very Mario and it's kind of outdated, and I fully understand. However, the way they go about it in this movie, she becomes this super cool heroine and she does all the cool fighting, where Mario's kind of like the imbecile at the beginning. So it's like, I need like a happy balance between both of them being capable and both of them being, you know, failing at times. But I don't know if I've worded that correctly, but let me know what you think. Is it outdated? Is it too much to see the woman be this hardcore hero? I don't think it is, but it's just how they go about it. It's very, it's on the nose, I guess. Then we have Toad. Toad's cute, not really much to say about him. He's just there for a comedic gag, and obviously he's an iconic character, but other than that, he's fine. I think one of the big takeaways from this movie is Jack Black as Bowser. I think he's fine. It's not a big thing for me. I remember the song that released, and the songs, even just mentioning it is getting like stuck in my head, but it's fine. Like, it's whatever. It's kids will love it. Kids will love it. And Jack Black gives most of the energy in this movie anyway. Like, he is a lot of fun, and you can tell that he's having a lot of fun, so I guess that helps when watching it. But Bowser as a character, yeah, he's very much like he's in the games. He just wants to marry Peach because he's obsessed and a creep. So, yeah. Before I forget, I also wanted to mention, I'll talk about my experience like with Mario growing up. The first game I remember playing was the Nintendo 64, I think, Mario 64. And yeah, it didn't come out when I was born. Like, I think it was like a few years before that. I was born in 1996, and I'll put up here when 64 came out. But yeah, I remember playing it as a kid. I couldn't do a lot of like the platforming. I was really, really young, but I remember enjoying it, and it was one of like my earliest memories playing Mario. Like, it's always been part of my childhood. I also remember when Nintendo brought out the GameCube, and one of their games was Mario Sunshine, and it was one of like the new 3D Marios. And again, I was a bit too young to play it, and I remember my brothers wouldn't let me play on it because I was so young, and I used to delete their save files because I just didn't put a memory card in or something like that. I remember that being a whole like issue, but I remember that game being a lot of fun watching my brothers anyway. I never really got to play it until later in life. And the next one I think was probably one of the best games ever. I don't know if like people like games on who view this, but the Super Mario Galaxy, when that first game came out, it was fantastic. It was so good. Just great memories of that game. I remember just playing the game, and after finishing it, still going back to play more. Like the power-ups Mario had, the fact that he was in space, which was just like a really cool aesthetic. And we also meet the character Rosalina, and I hope they bring her into the movies going forward, because she's a really cool and mysterious character, especially for like Mario. Like, what Mario characters is like mysterious other than her? Like, she's really, really cool. And yeah, that game was brilliant. And then I remember getting the second one, and it was just like even better than the first. You know, you can play as Yoshi, like you could ride him. I know they're bringing him into the movie as well in the sequel, so that'll be exciting. Like he's a great, fun little character. I'm sure he'll sell loads of toys. I'm sure he probably already does because he's a. Anyway, I'm getting off track. The games, and yeah, Super Mario Galaxy was great. And then I remember when the Switch came out, which was like a few years ago now, and they announced Super Mario Odyssey, and I wasn't sold on that game as much because I wanted Super Mario Galaxy 3 because it was iconic, it was so good. If you haven't played it, go and play it if you can. But Mario Odyssey, it's a fun game, it is really, really good, but it kind of, I needed more from it, I think. But now we're getting Super Mario Kart World, which is an open world Mario Kart, which is fantastic. Like it's going to be, it looks so cool. The pricing's a bit silly, but I won't really get into that. But you know, Nintendo do make great games, so hopefully like their movies, these next movies, like we've got Zelda coming as well, which I'm really excited for. Hopefully that'll be just as good as Mario, if not better, because Zelda is a great IP, I guess, an IP. But overall, like, Mario has been like part of my childhood since just early memories, really. He's always been there, and yeah, I love this character. He's iconic. He's great. So to see this movie do what it did and be so fantastic, really, and like pay homage to the original Mario games and the new ones, like it really catered to its fans, this movie. And I really appreciate that because it's a movie from a video game, and they don't really do very well other than like The Last of Us, which that's coming out very soon. It might already be out in my video because I'm posting this whenever. But yeah, Mario, I just adore the character and adore this franchise. So hopefully the next movies will be just as good as this one. But that's my review of Super Mario Brothers, the movie. Let me know what you guys think. Leave a like and leave a comment, obviously. And if you could subscribe, that would be helping the channel a lot. Like I'm a small channel, but I really do want to grow and build a community. So if you're out there, leave a like, leave a comment, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.